Oh, I heard a good one. Elon Musk's new name. Apartheid Clyde.
That's quite good.
Because he's been banning people because he's a free speech guy, but he doesn't like free speech.
He's been banning all the... Well, there's a lot of the sort of left-leaning critics of him. We're all banned, and they're back. I think most of them are back.
He's so sensitive.
Such a weird...
Why are all these guys the same?
Before you go on about that...
Apartheid Clyde.
You come in here today
Uh-huh.
with your seduction tube.
Seduction pipe.
Your seduction pipe.
Or tube. It's
You
up
stuck
to you.
it in my ear. I was frightened, but I trusted you.
Did you enjoy it?
And you growled in my ear with your seduction fucking pipe. If people think this is you're put on for the show, you have to see what happens behind the scenes.
I'm not showing the seduction pipe. I'm going to allow the people to come to their... I want people to make some drawings.
Right.
I'm going to be like Rolf Harris here.
Okay. No.
Sorry, Tony Hart.
Okay.
I want the listeners to make some drawings, and the closest to the seduction pipe gets a pat in the back.
Well, you had... I'll give them a clue. It's about 2 foot long.
And it's a seduction
It's a seduction pipe.
And
you lifted my hat gently.
well, because I'm seducing you.
You stuck it in my ear and went...
I didn't stick it in your ear.
You rubbed my ear.
I didn't stick it in your ear.
I didn't want to
I
say.
gently placed it against your ear.
But you sort of twirled it.
Twirled
I didn't
it.
like any of it. And that's literally a minute before the show started.
But all I'm saying, I'm going
still
to
in
be very
shock.
careful I've hidden it, because now you've got now you've seen the seduction pipe.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to take that seduction pipe home
I don't.
and introduce it.
It's tempting, but you know what? I'll leave it to you.
I'll leave it to you. I made it with bits and pieces I've had in the studio. I've been kit bashing.
But my ear's
Scrap-
still cold from it. Anyway,
That's
can a
not-
house?
You know when something is extraordinarily warm, it feels cold. The seduction pipe produces such heat. It's cold.
So you? Oh God! I just poked
It's
myself in the eye.
Basically, I've cauterized your love muscle.
Oh, that was done years ago. Oh, you know the soap incident I had the other day? I went home and thought, maybe it wasn't the soap that done it.
Right, because your eyes are still a little bit weird.
Right? So the other day I went home and I washed my eyes properly with it. I think the glitter in it is glass. My eyes are still sore.
You've got glitter and soap.
Well, I got it as a Christmas gift. And I went like that. And I went, it's fine.
It's a body scrub.
And when I rinsed
it's a body scrub. It's for your... It's for... Yeah, it's not for your face.
Well, my eye, and this one is still watering 2 days later.
Remember I told you this cup of milk was fine?
Yeah, is it not?
It's not. It's not. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to carry on drinking it.
Don't drink it.
See the rim?
Oh, don't. It's yellowed. Don't drink it. Go and just...
No, I'm going to
put
drink
it over there.
No,
it's
no,
off.
It's no turned. It's just thickened.
Oh, that's disgusting. You're a fucking animal. Right.
Right.
Got a question.
Uh-huh.
Can a house commit suicide?
Was your house committed suicide?
Last night,
Of shame.
I ran a bath.
Uh,
Went downstairs to let it cool for a minute. Do some chores.
cool.
Wait.
You pussy.
Hold on.
I like to I like to be on the cusp of a Whitney or a Chandler at all times when I'm bathing.
Okay.
I want it to be as hot
All
as my
times.
seduction pipe.
Oh.
So you've run a bath, you've let it cool to lukewarm.
I'm in the hall, the house. We have a large hall. And I hear a waterfall.
I've heard about your large
I hear a
hall.
waterfall from the kitchen.
Oh no.
The pipes have fucking in it. Right. Now.
Is it all lead pipes?
No. We got a new bath about 4 years ago.
Good, okay.
Now hold on.
Plastic.
The guy that put it in didn't fit any of the pipes.
Oh no.
So twice it came through. And I went in and I tightened the pipes that weren't attached.
Oh no.
Well, they were in, but the grub screw wasn't tightened. So I went
no, just
in.
resting like my love pipe
Yes.
against your ear.
And then I went in and I thought I got them all. I missed one. The whole system had been put in without being attached. So I saw it and I just quickly turned the grub screw. It all stopped.
There's a level of idiocy in Dundee workmanship.
But hold on. Half a bath worth right through the kitchen. Everything was fucking soaked right over the microwave. Everything's fucked.
That's all your cooking done then, is it?
Everything's
Microwave.
fucked. The house is I can't express to you. It's like I'm just adding arms and legs to this.
No, I can.
I'm
Yes.
out my room.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the spare room. I went back in the room.
Your house could never be haunted because it's too shit to live in. A ghost
There's
would
too
live
many
there.
gaps that would
I get-
evaporate
I
through the
get-
gaps.
You know that, what's a film that the house that drip blood?
Well, this is just drips everything.
Yeah, the house of a drippy
So
fudge.
check this. I
Yeah.
go back up. The main retaining wall goes through the
Oh,
centre
no,
of
it's
the
a
house.
bowed.
There's a crack appeared. I went in and I looked on the floor and there's plaster. And I looked up and there's a crack about 1/4 of an inch wide,
This whole thing's
about
getting-
3 foot long.
You might as well live in like those. Can you make a house of cards?
Mm-hmm.
They'd be better.
Well, what happened years ago?
If you'd fallen out with a wolf,
Yeah.
you're in a lot of trouble because you would blow that fucking house right down.
It's no, you don't need to.
No.
A mild fart.
I th-
But
You never do mild farts either.
I don't smell when I fart. Anyway, years ago,
Imhotep.
sitting in the house,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
It felt like an earthquake,
Oh.
right? And I went, what? Rumbling under my feet, and I hear this banging.
Uh-huh.
Go through the living room. Everything's fallen to the middle of the floor.
No.
They'd taken the retaining. They were repairing the house downstairs for
Oh,
new people
no.
moving in. They took the retaining wall away.
Oh, jeez.
The floor had fallen about 8 inches.
Oh, my God.
And I got the guy, he goes, it's nonsense, that wouldn't happen. So he come up and saw it and ran. And they went and got scaffolding and jacked it. And they were there till 4 or 5 in the morning rebuilding the whole thing. But the whole house twisted.
It's never
windows
recovered from
broke.
that. Oh, no.
Everything. And in the last, since the water hit again,
Mm-hmm.
well, where you wallpaper on the corner, it's all torn.
Yeah.
Because it's sinking.
That
The
house,
whole, the
house
house is
will-
just fucking done.
it'll never support, it'll never last another winter.
It can't.
It can't, no.
Now, okay, it sounds terrible. I'm sorted. There's just things to prepare and all that sort of thing. I won't be there, whatever. But holy shit,
Jeez.
holy shit! And the person who's bought it,
They're an idiot.
and then we found out
Did they get a
No.
survey done?
no
Cash
structural.
buy. Cash buy.
No, now the guy who put the electrics in '87, right?
Jeez.
Because this is the family home,
Okay.
and the one that put it in '87, he wasn't an electrician.
That's useful. He's
And
a-
as you see, whoever put the bath in, they didn't attach a single pipe.
oh, my Lord.
So that's the third time. So I went through every pipe again, and it was the last one. And it was because it was like hard to reach. I didn't see because I thought I tightened them all. And it's just been sitting there for the last year and a half, and it just went.
The person who owns this, there will be a fire if they can get it lit because it's so soggy.
It's no, they
But
can't. It's so wet.
there's no way to make money off that property unless they demolish the whole area and built new flats.
Yes,
That's-
but the problem there, the whole thing used to be sold as one. They've
Yeah.
divided it and sold it as to different people.
Okay.
So the flat below me,
Uh-huh.
lovely girl, really like her, but someone else now owns that. They
Okay.
got it for very cheap
Oh.
for a fucking reason because they've just bought the roof as well.
Oh no.
They've just bought the walls,
Okay.
and someone apparently bought it without seeing it.
Oh, that's mad.
It's their first investment property.
I would have had a wee drive by and seen you peering out the window, give me the wee
Not getting
cat
that.
face. I would have been like, no, getting that place.
If you walk around the house
Uh-huh.
and most of the pointing is sitting on the ground outside it, you'd go, "There's an issue
Yeah.
that needs done."
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm convinced the house is
I
committing
remember-
suicide.
My mum, there was a big phase, everybody liked picking and pointing. That was a thing. You picked and pointed. And
Okay.
I can never understand my mum and dad because I didn't bother with shit like this. But mum and dad said, our old house we lived in, we need that picked and pointed.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Do you know the last time my house was done?
Aye.
When it was built.
The thing is,
160 years ago.
you can't pick and point it. The stone will be too soft.
Check this. All the stone is rounded, and for the first maybe eighth of an inch, you could push your finger through the actual stone. It's so soggy.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, now the thing is, obviously it's the family home.
Basically, it's your jizz holding the whole thing together.
Not mine.
Well,
Not mine.
your
Mine's
jizz.
just very,
how
very
long have you
weak.
lived there? A few years.
A few years.
So that's maybe a thimble full of jizz.
Because I was away from there, obviously, for a long time. Then I had to
Yeah,
go back.
yeah.
Blah, 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 whatever.
sowing your wild oats.
Yes. And then I had to go back for all life, families.
Life, it's
but
the
we've
name of
never-
the game.
we've had
We're gonna
problems.
play the game with you.
Terrible. Had problems. Never had this.
The listeners know this.
Never had
Oh,
this.
it's just awful.
It's just, and you're now in the spare room. I'm where the old fires are, the chimney, and all I hear is rocks falling down
Oh
all
my
night.
God.
Ka-ba-ba-bang! And it wakes you up
Maybe your
all
gallstones.
night. And the girl downstairs came up. Is there something collapsing? I went, yeah, the chimney's coming down.
Oh my Lord.
Everything's coming down. It's like I've never experienced it.
Oh, it's just
It's just
I
it's
remember-
done.
living in Glasgow as a student, sharing with four other guys,
Mm-hmm.
and the landlord was just this. He showed up wearing a Rangers top.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you really need to know. And he was like this. I'm getting, if you fuckers fuck with me, and I'll
Yeah.
screw you and all this shit. And I was like, but we did all kinds of stuff to fuck with him. But it was so weird. The flat, it was so badly put together. You'd get up in the morning to have a shower, and the mushrooms had grown in the shower
Yeah.
through overnight.
Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating.
No, that's
large
I know.
large mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then you'd pick them all off, and the following day they'd come back.
Yeah.
We're like, this is fucking ridiculous.
There's a weird thing happening at the moment in Scotland with the private renting sector.
Oh.
Is that people are moving into it,
Yeah.
and they're so dodgy that all the laws are changing to make sure they're not. It's like a battle to change the laws. And
I know people that have private landlords, and private landlord. Again, there's obviously a lot of good ones.
we've had a great one,
Yeah.
and it's just suddenly changed. And
But
it's,
they don't do anything
No.
to people. People are living in some squalor.
yeah,
We have got to that stage America's been for a long time, where America goes, well, we're living well because those lot. Excuse me.
yeah. I know what you're going to say. We think we're great. and
We've
it's-
always thought those Johnny foreigners are living in shit.
yeah,
Visit
and
Singapore.
then you go there.
Visit Singapore,
Uh,
and then get.
yeah. No, there is that attitude.
Can you imagine what they thought of people in Singapore in the 50s in this country?
Yeah.
They'll have made
Exactly.
terrible racial stereotypes, but they'll have thought they're just living in squalor and bamboo.
They're in the future there.
They're living in the future.
Yeah.
The infrastructure in this country is starting to crumble. It's crumbling bad.
This is what I'm noticing.
And the thing
Yeah.
is, because we got there early, we invented a lot of things. Britain did, the railway system.
Mhm.
But we've got this old railway system. We'd been better off if we didn't have the railway. We could have just built something new.
That's the problem.
It's like Africa never put in phone lines, really.
yeah.
So they've went straight to mobile
Straight to
phone.
mobile. That's the key.
And then they're ahead of the game when it comes. I think a lot of African countries pretty much giving up cash
yeah.
because it's all they're using their phones for.
Well, I was talking to an American friend. They're saying, well,
Retrofitting is really difficult.
why can't all these train lines be retrofitted? And I went, they can, but they all have to be in the restrictions
Yeah.
of the houses that are built near them,
Yeah.
the bridges that
Yeah.
are built.
Yeah.
You've always got that
Yeah,
restriction.
yeah.
And it'd be easier to
Yeah.
start anew. But as they found out with these railways they're trying to build, they can't
No,
get the permission.
They just can't get it done.
They can't get it done.
I don't know what needs. There needs we need to start thinking future for the future. We need to start thinking, God, the future generations, we need to do them a wee bit of a favour.
Yes.
But the whole country,
I agree with that completely.
we've tipped, God, and you and I are old, but we've tipped into, there's too many old folk who like things the way they are.
Oh, I hope I never get that way. I
You
like
know,
things to get changed. I
Fuck,
like
mate, you will. Because you'll get to a stage where the juice goes out. What juice you have left? And then you just get feared. Older folk get a little bit feared. They start to go, it's very difficult.
Well, I'm 52 and I'm not blaming young people for anything yet because I don't see the evidence
No.
they're doing anything.
No.
I don't see that, and I'm God. It's our generation.
It's just
really,
you see potholes and they're there forever.
yeah.
Dundee, just graffiti, potholes, and dog shit everywhere.
It's just getting
There's
worse.
so much dog shit.
Oh God, it's
So
getting
much
worse.
dog shit.
Speaking of dog shit, Tex,
Oh God, see what old Shadowins has come up with this
he's
time.
the first one there.
Of course he is.
Good morning and TGIF. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
God it's Friday.
I thought it was thank fuck it's Friday. TG. Am I getting that wrong?
TF.
All you motherfuckers.
What was
He's
that?
saying this
What
to
was
everyone.
that Chris Evans thing called?
Oh,
TGI
yeah.
Friday.
I never watched that
No, he's a fucking dick.
because he's a dickhead.
Chris Evans has been a DJ for what, 30 years? He's never got any better. He's
He's
terrible.
just shit. Yeah, I agree with
He's
that.
always been shit.
Never understood the appeal.
Terry Wogan,
Wonderful.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, good point.
That's all you need to say.
The Dundee Council funded My Bins app is live with over 500 downloads so far. 500. That is surprisingly a lot.
I have gotten so old. One of the great pleasures of my life
Yeah.
is when the bin system works. Like I put my food bin out last night
Yeah.
and it'll get picked up today. Gives me a nice warm glow.
Well, my bins don't get picked
You
up.
don't
It's
know.
very random. But where I'm going
Mhm.
has one of the big communal bins,
Oh.
and it's picked up once a week
Mm.
without fail. Without fail. And it was like,
Oh.
well, I've got to move to this new place. Well, now, is it going
The thing
and
is-
they said once a week I was running.
Don't worry you
So
too much.
happy.
I think you'll have a good solid week before you're murdered when you move.
Why?
I think she'll fatten you up a little bit. I think she'll give you some nice food. You'll just get, I'm so happy and content. And then just at your happiest, she'll just slit your throat.
I'm going to tell you what she said
Just
to me the
bleed
other
you.
night.
There was that sex thing, that couch
Oh,
swing.
her sex swing.
She'll hang you from that and like bleed you like a pig.
Let's finish this one first. And I'll
Okay.
tell you what she said.
Mhm.
Do you have it? Do you need it? Does anyone? And this
But
is
I
why
can't-
is
no, I'm
Dundee
looking
Council
into it.
going broke. I will get to this today because Dundee Council is spending money on an app that tells you when to put out the trash. Cheers and have a great weekend. Cheers, Chris. And I agree because what they also send you is like this
A
giant
thing to put in your
postcard.
fridge.
And I've got it on my fridge
That's all
right
you
now.
need.
And they send it to everyone. Actually, we got like 5 cents this year, so there's a mistake.
That's all you need.
And they don't pick up anyway. But yeah, no one's downloading that app. Now, my girlfriend was staying with me the other night. And the cat, he's went into full cat mode. So he's totally nocturnal now and he runs around screaming and jumping on you.
Aye.
And I said, did you get much sleep? She goes, well, apart from the little shit that needs a mental stimulation every 2 minutes causing noise all night, I was fine. And the cat wasn't too bad either. I went, what do you
Oh,
mean? She
dear.
goes, every time I woke up, you were up doing something, you were on the phone,
You're the weirdest
you were doing.
person.
She said you were talking to the cat. And she says it didn't matter when I woke up during the
And
night.
she's going to let you,
you were
live
doing-
with her.
She says at
Is
one
the cat
point,
moving with you?
yeah. She says at one point, right? She says I watched you going past the door and you're carrying your bike. I went, oh yeah, I moved it. She says it was 3:30 in the morning,
You're
and
like,
I can't remember that.
You're like
but I
a
did.
You're like a Guillermo del Toro thing. You're like someone out of, like an orphan. You're like Dobie the house elf. That's what you're like.
But she said anytime she woke up, I was doing something.
Not the stuff.
She said,
she's
no.
like, oh, he's oh.
No. She says at one point you had a pen and paper. She says, what were you writing? I can't remember.
That's weird, mate. You are a weird person.
But I was
That's
awake all night. That's what I do. Dr. Arturo.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Toys R Us, IKEA, Aldi. What's the prediction for the next foreign company business to make it big in the UK? I would love to see Japanese, Korean style convenience stores. I would
the
love that as well.
7-Elevens.
Lots
the
of
Japanese
weird
style.
stuff to add to your
Yeah.
phone.
I'm going to.
I agree with that.
I'm going to Down the Hatch in about a couple of weeks' time. It's a Canadian restaurant in Edinburgh that does we've got Canadian listeners that do a beef dip sandwich.
That sounds
It's
awful.
so it's a roast beef and then they give you a big jug of beef consomme and you just dip your
Oh,
sandwich in.
fucking Canadians.
Oh, I
That's what they
love
came
them.
up with.
Then you squirt maple syrup up your arse and call yourself
it's-
Shirley.
I knew they would. I knew
I'm
they
a
would.
lumberjack and I don't care. Oh, I love Canadian food. Poutine.
I didn't really. Well, have you ever fancied going to Canada?
No, of course not.
You know what it is? Because
not.
when we were young, so
Sec-
many people
I think
went
they're
to
the-
Canada
are
and
they not-
Australia. I kind of tuned
Are they
out to
not
them.
the third biggest arms producer in the world? They're like us. We make a lot of weapons.
Yeah,
So
well,
is a
do you remember?
Canadian.
Because people say in Scotland there's no weapons, there's no nothing. But there was a plastics factory in Glasgow that made shackles for people and it blew up.
I lived next door to
It just blew up.
When I was in Glasgow, I lived next door to a place that made electrified riot shields.
That's it.
I lived next to it.
That's it.
And it was supposed to be, they said, why are you making electrified riot shields? Oh, it's for dangerous dogs.
Against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, shackles for humans, ankle shackles. And then they were all
Yeah.
going out to Africa
Right
and
next
shit.
to my studio, right next to the flat.
And
It was
that-
off Great Western Road.
But it blew up.
Mysterious.
Just one day, it just blew up and they went, oh, there was a gas leak. I mean, they didn't have gas.
gas.
Yep. Anyway.
I fucking gassed No,
We're going to do a news update today.
Is that all the 2 people? Is that it?
That's it.
That's
See, are you
fucking-
disappointed?
Well,
oh
no.
wait, Stacey King.
Oh,
He's just got. He wouldn't let us down,
Going there
Stacey.
late.
Let's see, Stacey. Where is it? Why is it not there?
Oh, he's just
Okay.
sending bad
Okay.
vibes. That's what he's sending.
Morning, mofos. My wife almost died during sexy time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why are we needing to know this?
What was it with the postie?
Her eyes opened. I was heading south, but unfortunately went so
Oh,
far
dear.
south and performed a full 180 roll at the end of the bed, landing on my head.
Oh,
What? Wait a minute. This is
big head, little head.
This is not good.
Was he meaning to send this to us?
I don't think this is for us. Landing on my head with my legs stuck in the air. My wife couldn't breathe due to the uncontrollable fit of laughter. You know what? That kind of sounds like
Yeah.
the sexy time I have. It's very similar.
I watched a film last night
I hope you've
called
recovered.
The Midnight Man with Burt Lancaster,
Okay.
and he plays like a cop who's out of jail, gets out of jail and gets a job as like security guard on a campus. But it's got Daisy Duke.
All right.
Daisy Duke from Dukes of Hazzard.
She's about 70 now.
Yeah, but is dead young. But she's a
All right.
student that gets killed and everything. And I loved about it. It was like he wrote and produced it, maybe, and directed it. But
Mhm.
Ken these old stars for the 40s,
Yeah.
and came when they had to deal with like the hippies,
Oh, yeah,
and
they'd
it like
just,
melted their mind.
they'd just shoot them.
Ah, they
they'd
just-
hunt them.
They couldn't.
Yeah.
they-
Hippies were just too
They
much
couldn't
for them.
understand what was going on.
But you
Ken
think about
when
it.
Kirk Douglas got like big, bushy sideburns.
Yeah, and he'd carry guns all the time.
flares. And,
You think about it, right? Imagine if young people now just went, we don't do art, we've got no interest,
no.
we're all going to be accountants.
oh wow,
Wouldn't that freak you out?
too late because the computers are going to
But,
do that
but
shit.
imagine, no,
Yeah.
just think, and they're
Yeah.
all wearing ties
Yeah,
and
Could
briefcases,
happen.
and they'll go, no, we don't listen to art, we don't look at art, we don't listen to music, we only do accountancy. We'd be freaked out. That's the same thing.
yeah.
They were completely freaked out by it.
I started to watch. I don't know why. A poor old what's his name? Fucking Clint Eastwood.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going.
I've seen him in real life.
Oh,
He is tall as fuck.
Oh, he's tall as fuck.
Looks like a raisin.
He does. But he's made a film called Cry Havoc.
Okay.
And
He's still fucking young women in it.
Well, no, he made one called The Mule where he's fucking young women.
But then
And
a
the
young
wo-
woman turns 70.
The young women are like, that fucking hell, I'm giving you this for free. That was so good.
Oh my.
But this one, he's playing, he's like 100 years old. And he's playing a, not retired, sacked rodeo rider.
Oh my God.
Right?
And in real life, they don't last long.
No, they don't last.
It's a short career
So
you
he's
have.
fallen out, and then the convoluted story is his old boss comes to him and says, I need you to go down to Mexico and like save my son from a bad situation. And Clint Eastwood's like, it's I just thought, I'm not what this just defies. If he turned into a fucking dragon,
Yeah.
it'd be more plausible. He's still Ken.
How is
he's-
this allowed?
he's so
Does no one
doddery.
stop him?
He's like doddery like that, like, and he's no gas, so he's like, oh, and he's away down. I thought, I'm not watching this.
I went.
You know, they do a lot of middle-aged action heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liam Neeson's starting to push it a bit.
Yeah.
He's looking too old.
He looks too old for it.
Clint Eastwood's twice Liam Neeson's age.
I know, it's ridiculous. I went to, what's it called? Pro Bull Wrestling or something? I can't remember. But I went to that in Kansas.
They don't wrestle them; they ride them.
It's called something like, is
They
it
ride
riding?
them.
Wrestling? I can't remember. But I went.
If you wrestle a bull, that would mean it stands up as well, and the two you grapple.
Oh.
You're on its back. You're riding.
That's
a
the
bull.
one I saw. Okay, it might be
Okay.
Pro Bull Riding or something. Anyway, I went to and it was a very uncomfortable.
It's quick. They're not on that.
The
bull
crowd
for-
was uncomfortable. They made me uncomfortable. It was
What
a
are they
very.
doing?
I don't know.
Is
It
it
was-
gladiatorial? Has it got that baying for blood?
There was the men that were around me, and it was mainly men watching. And they're wearing cowboy hats and that.
Of course.
But when the bull came out,
Big muscly fucker.
they
isn't
were
it?
all sweaty, and there was a lot of excitement, a lot of erections.
Okay.
And I was surprised by that because I only had a half an erection, but they all had
It's
full
the
erection.
stampeding.
They were
You can
too
feel it.
excited.
Aye.
They were too excited.
When the agricultural fair came to my hometown,
That was the first time I
year,
got a corn dog. Awful.
I remember the first time I saw jodhpurs.
Yeah, but you want to see them on a woman. Then you'll like them.
John Purse.
Okay. News
Well,
update.
Why do women like big horses so much?
But no, not doing that
I've
because I'm
noticed-
not watching that video.
Women like horses,
Yeah.
and then women also like
I'm
the
not
big.
doing
There's a lot of female primatologists. That's all I'm saying.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
News update.
Ah.
Now, this fucking bit of news
Oh, let's hear it.
infuriated me.
Let's hear it.
You've heard about it, but there's two people you know in it and don't like. But when we explain to the world, and the people
Could be-
haven't
that's a
heard
lot of
this,
people.
it's ridiculous. Prince Harry
Oh no.
is getting an aviation award for living legend of aviation, beating out an actual Apache pilot and astronaut Tim Peake. He will be inducted next week, hosted by John Travolta with VIP tables of $30,000. Harry wasn't a pilot.
Can he fly at all? No.
He was the gunner.
Jeez.
And
And I think they had him in a fucking VR thing. I think they had
I
him
don't
a
think he
simulator.
went out. He didn't know.
He thought
wouldn't
he
know.
was there.
They could sit him on the ground.
They-
There's someone
they
running
could-
past with a seagull. He
They-
wouldn't know.
they could-
He's thick as mince.
They couldn't have him crashing and getting kidnapped. They could not let that happen.
But he's getting a living
Do you
legend
remember,
of
was it about
aviation.
15 years ago, they convinced these imbeciles they'd flown them into space.
Right.
Remember?
Now,
And they were in a space station.
I've got a thing
but then
about that.
a moth landed.
Yeah, I've got a
And
thing about this.
they saw it and goes, oh, it must be a moth in space.
Must be a space moth. Now, I thought we were being tricked as an audience.
I don't feel it was.
But I watched the guy after it who was still convinced. Yeah, but they took us up high enough where it felt like space. He didn't realise he was in a shed.
No.
Even after it, they told him. And he's going, yeah, but obviously they took us up high. Almost space. No, like, you were in a shed. When you looked out the window,
no.
it was a TV you were looking at.
The best thing ever.
They didn't know.
Iannucci, him that did The Death of Stalin,
Right, okay.
he did a thing called the Blue Shed Show.
Mm-hmm.
And he got all these C-list celebs. It was like little and large and everything. Rusty
Right.
Lee. And he got them in a shed for a week and had them doing stuff. But then he said that he took all the
that's-
footage and destroyed it. And he's like,
Oh.
did this ever happen? if nobody sees it, has it ever happened?
Oh, that's
It's
art.
one-
That's
did,
art.
Did you see the one they were in the dark?
I didn't
In
see it.
Gaza and that were there. Did I imagine that?
But didn't
It was,
wait.
It was Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank.
I heard
freaked
they
the
put someone blind in.
Yeah, but
And
he
they're
was,
like-
he was the king.
Of course he was.
He was the king. He
But
was
wasn't
nimble.
that unfair?
No, but they knew that was. But Chris Eubank lost his mind, lost his mind. But no, oh God, living in darkness for a week's get to lose your mind. Half an hour.
Half an hour. Well, you start hallucinating literally after about, is it 5 minutes in complete darkness?
They're all just prodding each
You just
other.
start seeing
They're
things
all
in that.
copulating. I think half of Blue were in there.
Oh, they would just be copulating with each other.
I remember there was a blind laddie that was in Big Brother years ago. But what he would do was he wouldn't have to pish. He wouldn't have just pished in the toilet because he'd miss.
Yeah.
So he'd pish into a cup and then decant it in the toilet.
Sensible.
But the cup he was using, he would just use one of the standard cups out of the kitchen.
Oh, but they do get them in it, don't they? I remember the only time I saw Big Brother,
Uh-huh.
I think it was Big Brother 2.
I watched the first series.
I never saw the first one,
Yeah.
but I saw the second one, I think. And there was a girl on it called Helen. And the guy says, "Do you have any hobbies?" And she goes, "I like blinking."
Oh, jeez.
And I just thought, that's the
They were
standard of
morons.
human.
I watched one episode and I can't remember 4. But what it was the Battle of the Boobs.
What?
The Battle of the Boobs.
Right?
So there was a lassie that came in and she had massive tits.
Okay.
And having massive tits was central to her existence.
Okay, fair enough.
So she came in and she's like, I'm going to be the one with the massive tits.
Right.
Happy and delightful. Another lassie came in, even bigger tits.
Oh,
and the first girl
interesting
with the
fight.
tits, that was her.
It was gone.
Just gave up. Just like a dog just gives up. Just like a cat that goes under the house to die.
Just went, I'm just going to
Can
roll
you
up in the
imagine
corner.
that? Cruel. Another one, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. They had a lassie on. Kind of had the shower bit.
Yeah.
So I had this girl and she was like a loaded type bikini
Oh, okay,
person.
right, okay.
So she comes on, they have her in the shower. She's like that. She turns round. She's got a concave arse. She doesn't have any arse.
Concave. Wonderful.
No arse.
All right.
Nothing. I've seen better arses than a goat.
Oh.
No arse. No,
arse,
cheeks.
No arse.
And The camera was like that.
Don't know what to do.
So they flew in a fucking Australian. They must have said, panic, panic. Get a model.
Get
and
an
they
arse.
flew a model in, just
With an
a
arse.
local model. And she just came in and
With
they
an
quickly
arse.
stuck her into the shower. Woo-hoo, and everybody on the
that's
deck like
wild.
that. Things are what like I have
That's so
I have,
strange.
I have concerns about Gladiators. Is back tomorrow night.
I've seen their
at
uniforms.
5:40.
They've went 90s style.
Yeah.
They're very glittery.
Yeah. They had two of them on this morning. It was Apollo and Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So they've given them these kind of gender neutral kind of names.
General and race neutral.
Race neutral.
Thank fuck.
No shadow, no
shadows,
nightshade.
nightshade.
No,
Oh.
no black samba.
I remember
They
I-
had terrible names.
at the time, I was going,
Nightshade was like, what
you
the
can't,
fuck?
You can't say that.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, is that allowed? But on TV, they just sort of got away with shit.
Weird, wasn't it?
Weird.
But they've said what they're going to do. This is more team like. So there's not
Okay.
going to be the kind of they laughed at the contestants.
Yeah.
They get pat them in the back all the way
And
through.
well, we're going to get
So
to
it's
that.
gonna be bland.
There is news here.
It's going to be bland.
So anyway, first, legend of aviation, non-pilot, Prince Harry's going to get inducted into
That's
it.
terrible.
I could be inducted in it. I make paper aeroplanes.
You know something.
I
though?
crashed my paraglider and re-broke my back.
I suspect
Legend.
he's really pushed for that.
He has to have.
His people will
He's
have.
paid.
Yeah.
He's paid.
Can now you can get a novel published.
Yeah.
You just pay.
Wait a minute. I used to fly paragliders,
Uh-huh.
and since crashing, I don't. But,
But can he fly?
I don't.
I think he probably can.
Maybe yes.
But helicopters, they can't fly planes. They're too thick.
But he was the gunner.
Yeah.
Tim Peake was an Apache
They
pilot.
didn't give him live weapons. It was
Tim Peake was 6 months in the International Space Station. He was the first British person to do a
To be
spacewalk.
honest with you, I don't really want Tim Peake to
No,
get in
it doesn't
'cause it's a
matter.
pain in the arse.
It doesn't matter.
And who else? John Travolta has his own aircraft
It's parked
And
in his
des-
in his bedroom.
and designed all the uniforms.
But the plane parks in his bedroom, so he gets out of bed, jumps in it, reverses out, and takes off.
But he can genuinely fly the big jets.
He can fly a lot of jets.
Okay.
Actually, he can fly a lot. He's really
Harrison
qualified.
Ford, terrible pilot, crashes planes all the time.
Lands on taxiways and golf courses. I'd just
Doesn't-
say take it off.
But Harry, there's no sense of going, you know something,
Mhm.
I don't want this. I don't think I'm...
Clearly, I'm
there's-
not. the
Harry
person.
doesn't suffer from a imposter syndrome.
No, he
He thinks,
doesn't.
of course I'm going to get this.
But why doesn't he go like that? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was the gunner. The guy behind me deserves
Yeah,
it. He
no.
had an amazing
He-
pilot.
no,
he
it's-
goes, no, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
So there's someone who's maybe still in the army now, flying Apaches, going, that cunt. He sat there with his Pop-Tart and his sippy cup while we were out on missions. And he didn't even mention me.
The one time he fucking fired, he shot the rotor right off.
Clean off.
Fucking idiot.
Do you remember that time the alarm went off and he was in an interview and he went running? He ran to the toilet. He ran straight into the toilet and hid there. I had to go on a mission.
He opened the door and climbed out. We're in the sky. We're
I
flying.
could, but he's thick
Oh,
as...
he's thick as
But
fuck.
you're right, no imposter syndrome.
No, none.
Instead of going, I've
No,
been
no-
with
no
pilots.
thanks.
I could, how about I put pilots
I
forward?
really thank you very much for the honour, but
no. But he's going
Yeah.
with his new, he'll
'Cause
be
he
wearing his
can't-
blue suit, his white
The
shirt.
one.
You fucking dick.
Ken what half his problem is, I think. I hate the royal family.
Him, he's half the problem.
But people side with him. They think, oh, he's fantastic. He's kind of almost worse. He likes the adoration,
Yeah.
but he resented the adoration the royal family got because it was based on you're the king.
Mm-hmm.
Who the king is kind of incidental. The queen, a lot of it came from she had this title.
Okay.
He wants to be adored for Harry. Just call me Harry.
I'm just a normal
Just
guy.
a normal dude.
Just a normal
But
guy.
Harry, when they take away Prince Harry, you're just nothing special. You don't contribute anything.
He's got nothing.
Nothing to
But he
offer.
will, because he's a living legend of aviation.
Idiot.
Isn't this the worst thing you've heard?
That's idiotic.
But that's exactly the
But
point I was getting at.
who's he mooching?
He wants to accept
who's
it.
he mooching around with?
But he's willing to go to this place with all these people on television. It's going to be reported around the world, and he goes, "I'm a legend of
It's
aviation."
just a junket
You
for all
fucking
these cunts.
idiot.
All these cunts. There's some. It sounds like there's some corporate money behind there, is there?
Oh, there will be. It's
One
a-
of the big fucking Boeing.
you know what it is?
Boeing.
You know when they go around schools
Uh-huh.
and you have to enter a competition to see if your poem gets in this book, and every kid wins. So the parents have got to buy the book. This is what this is.
Okay.
Next
Fuck
bit of
off.
news. He's a fucking dickhead,
No, he's
isn't
just
he?
a dick.
Fuck
His
him.
wife's a dick. She's seemingly doing like red carpet events. She's back in the showbiz.
Yeah, she's
world.
got to do something. She needs paid.
She needs paid.
Do you know what I liked?
But she can't act.
I
so-
was listening to her,
Oh
and they were saying when we're in South Africa, right?
dear.
Well, we're given a housing unit. Now, I want you. I've just said something. I want the listeners to. I've just said a housing unit. What would you describe a housing unit?
What, a South African housing unit?
Yeah,
You're thinking of quite a small house.
yeah.
Like painted white.
Prefabricated.
Prefabricated.
It was a giant private mansion. Why would you say a housing unit? Then Archie's room went on fire, and when she got back, everyone's crying and stuff like that. Apparently, the heater popped. A wee bit of smoke came out. So they said there was a
Remember
fire.
the-
There's
she
no
said-
reports of a fire.
She said she almost
Why?
died in a car crash.
Never
when they chased-
happened.
Lies.
Never happened.
Lies.
She just lied. Why? Look, you're already world famous. Why are you adding to it?
Just go and do.
Just do something.
Just go and do something.
Just do something.
She's no, but she.
Be an Amazon driver.
No, but they've still got time. They
Noble
could go-
job.
They could go to themselves. Oh fuck, we fucked this up.
Yeah.
Let's try and do something else. Let's retrain as something. Let's go. And,
Or lean into the silliness of it and
Yeah.
just say, we got caught up in it,
they've
and this
still
is
got
not our
time.
life. And
But they can't do anything without the cameras being
but
there.
he,
It's like Lady Di.
yeah,
Can the,
And she
li-
did.
the Lady Di, she died.
Mhm.
The landmine stuff, that wasn't her gear. It was
that
another
was
woman.
the woman that's been fucking campaigning,
Yeah.
going out and actually clearing them.
Yeah. The one good thing Lady Di did.
Died.
She died in the same day as Mother Teresa. So Mother Teresa didn't get the fucking.
I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
Because I was going through Paris through this tunnel, and I hired this little white Fiat Uno. And this cunt came flying up behind me, so I'd tap the brakes and give him a flag. I'll never forget. Now,
Did they ever catch the person?
I think they did. I think the car, there's nothing to do with it. The
Yeah.
Fiat Uno.
It was
and
just
that.
a guy
It's
who was drunk. Henry
it's
Paul. Was it Henry
just-
Paul?
Oh, him. He was drunk. And
He
just-
was drunk and nobody had seatbelt.
And the
one-
thing is-
the one person that survived had their seatbelt on.
I have been through that tunnel,
Aye.
right? That tunnel has, I don't know why, and I think to this day, it has exposed pillars in the centre. There's no barrier.
Okay.
I've been through it
Okay.
a lot of times, actually. And
Aye.
it's exposed pillars. Why would you have exposed pillars
See
on a
if you
road?
could find a wee bit.
It's just
Oh,
metal
it's
detectors. Get on Etsy.
an earring.
Now, pregnancy test kit.
Oh,
That's another
oh.
story. Next
Yeah.
story.
Prince Philip's wallet.
Oh, shit.
He's fucking majestic wine card. He's just dropped it.
Fuck.
Sneaking he's sniper and shooting the wheels out.
There is going to be no XL Bully Sanctuary in Scotland.
I didn't
Not in
think-
Dundee,
no,
because
that's
they're
okay.
about to ban them.
And ban them here too. Okay.
So they're all going to be put down. Now,
I don't think they'll put them down.
they are. They're
They're
saying they're going to
actually-
be put them down. If you can't get them homed or anything, that's
Okay.
And I don't
Oh,
know
well.
the situation.
They need all they need to do is they
Yeah.
just need to dress them all, castrate them.
But
all.
they've all got to wear muzzles.
But just
And now
castrate-
there are several people in Dundee out of
No, it's
solidarity.
loads.
They're wearing muzzles with their dogs, which I think is a benefit for everyone. But there was a
I
lady.
saw one the other day, and it had these fucking blue eyes. And
Oh, they're staring.
I know
You're
dogs. I'm good with dogs, and I've known dogs. I grew up with dogs,
Yeah.
but some of these dogs, you don't know where you stand with them.
They're looking through you.
They don't give you
Yeah. There's no
the
body,
body language on
Yep.
them's weird. It's like kind of a lot of collies can be right sneaky fuckers.
Yeah.
A horrible collie is a really horrible dog
Oh,
because they're really clever,
but they're working dogs.
Yeah,
they're
they're
meant to be tough.
but they just
Yeah.
they
Well,
don't give anything away.
the woman who was doing it in Dundee, she was already having second thoughts
Ah.
about doing it because I think probably a couple of dogs tried to kill her already.
Well, she would have been killed.
So this is what's
Ken,
happened.
if
So
you're in a 1-bedroom flat in Mid-Craigie,
with 9,
you can't have
yeah.
12.
it's not going to happen. But there's going to be
Imagine
no
it messy.
sanctuary,
Okay.
and they're going to be illegal here completely.
Mm.
So there's no breeding them and all this sort of thing.
It's the Dangerous Dog Act. It's Most kids are injured with like fucking spaniels.
Collies and Jack
'Cause
Russells.
spaniels are
and
the most
spaniels
common.
are bitey as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to sneeze again.
Oh, don't. Oh, not the cover. The curtain. Jesus. Right,
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, I've just had a bit of the
Let's go
snotter.
back. Saturday, Gladiators return with Shelley McCoy from
Dundonian.
Dundee.
Yeah.
And I thought of her signature move. Smashing a glass and holding it up to the throat of some mouthy cunt.
Yeah.
She goes, "Are you a mouthy cunt? Are you a mouthy cunt?" You know, and does it to camera.
Getting a shite in a bag and
Yeah, just fucking
whacking
throw
them
it
in
at
the face.
you. Throwing petrol through someone's letterbox. Ah.
But what's her background? Just street
She's a
fighting,
No, I think she's a
gymnast.
a trainer, a fitness
she?
trainer.
Is
She has
she?
a place called Sweaty
Dundee?
Box. Yeah, I think it's called Sweaty Box in Dundee.
Is she?
Yeah, she has her own
Is her
place.
name Saber?
Her name, I didn't write it down.
I think it's Saber.
Is it Saber? I think it's, it should, well,
Syringe.
the thing is, syringe, yes, screwdriver.
But it's pronounced syringe.
Syringe.
Syringe. Syringe.
The,
What would the thing be?
oh,
Just
like that to camera. Into a big bicep.
wonderful. I'll just.
But as they were
Yeah.
all fucking each other and they were
Oh.
all on drugs in the first
No,
one,
they weren't.
they've clamped
No, that's
down.
incorrect.
They've clamped down.
That's incorrect, my friend. They weren't fucking each other. They were all fucking being
Ulrika
fucked by
Johnson.
Ulrika Johnson. Ulrika had been itching to get
They've
back
banned
into
it.
this.
She's been
They've
banned from the
her.
building.
Not allowed within 3 miles
Not
of the
allowed
place.
in. Not allowed
Have you
in.
seen Ulrika Johnson?
She likes a sunbed.
I'm not shaming the woman because Ken men's behaviour, they got away with it, and just because she liked the booby, but
Oh, no.
fucking hell, she liked the booby.
No, that's
She
fine.
fucked Sven Goran Eriksson
Look at the state of him now.
and John Leslie.
He's dying now 'cause of
I
it.
know he's fucking dying. Yeah,
That's because
but she was. I just found Ulrika Johnson a bit shit.
I always thought she was a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
And even when Vic and Bob tried to push her with her own show and everything, she was still cheesy on it.
She started to think she was actually quite funny. She's
No, she wasn't.
Oh.
She wasn't. So I probably won't be watching it because I don't watch
and
TV.
I don't like Fashion You because he disowned his brother.
Yes.
Fuck you, man.
Now, didn't he go to Uganda and has a TV show there?
He's a
something.
businessman. I think he's got on the religious side of stuff. He's an imbecile.
He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. Totally agree with
His
you.
brother was a bit troubled, but Ken, it's his fucking brother, and you don't give up your brother for anything.
Oh, I
and he-
disagree.
No,
I've got lots of reasons.
no, no. I know what you're saying. Well, I would.
Lots of
Yeah.
reasons. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's easy. Easy.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. What his brother did wasn't enough for him to give his
Oh,
brother
right.
up.
No,
'Cause
I
he
agree
got,
with that.
He got embarrassed by association.
Yeah, that's
and you
all it
shouldn't
was.
have been.
Because his brother was
Let's just
gay.
say, you shouldn't.
And that
yeah.
was it.
Oh, precociously. He was the Ulrika Johnson, the gay black football player.
He went through all the gladiators. Now,
Aye. Where's Wolf? Are they getting them any of the old All Stars
no,
back?
I think they're keeping most of them
Freshly.
away. I saw Lightning the other day. She's 53. Right?
Tight.
Tight. No. What goes beyond tight?
Is that the blonde one with the Q's lick?
That's her.
Okay.
She is so fucking strong.
Oh,
She is so fucking
broad-shouldered
strong.
fucker, eh?
But it's like super lean. It looks like all natural, super. But gymnasts keep it.
Ah, they do.
They keep all
They
that
do,
shit.
They do.
Holy, you've never seen anyone like her.
Wow.
Not a bit of fat
Wow.
on her. Just
So it's
angry.
what I'm
muscles.
finding funny about it is they're going for that 5:45 period. So they're going for the family slot, but
Well,
that doesn't exist.
Nobody watches TV.
It's fish supper time.
Yeah.
We used to get with fish suppers and what with mum and dad and what everyone watched
That's
Gladiator.
right,
My
Gladiators.
dad would watch in a different room because of Jet.
Jet.
But Kev,
Jet's lovely.
just a minute.
Why you just shut fuck off?
Shut fuck up! Don't come in here. Don't come in here. But
Gladiators, are you
5:45.
ready?
The nuclear family no longer
No,
exists.
that's
It's
gone.
peculiar, isn't it?
So the kids are going to be like, Dads, you watch this. This is great. And there's people in fucking spandex running about punching each other. They don't care.
They had Dynamite on the telly this morning, and they said to her, "Do you remember the first series?" She's like, "That no, I was born in 2003."
Oh.
Fuck's sake!
Oh.
Fuck.
But that's like us going into something now
Yeah.
and saying, oh, do you remember it? No,
Yeah.
it was 1962.
I know.
What are you talking about? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's wild.
So,
It's the guy that goes, "Are you ready?"
he's 95.
Is he alive?
No, he's still going, I think.
Is he? He just
He's
had
Scottish. He
something,
likes his money worth.
there's
you
something
know.
a bit iffy about him.
Do you think so?
I always found something a bit iffy about him.
Okay.
Don't know why.
I like when they actually needed to call. Something had happened. They go, we need to go to the. What are you doing? And he didn't know because he
No.
just. Just whatever.
What I loved about it was British Gladiators was more American than American Gladiators.
American Gladiators was shit.
American
the British one was
Gladiators
good.
was like a gym hall.
Yeah.
But
It
British
didn't look good.
Gladiators was trying. I've always said they need to get rollerball going properly.
Rollerball would be great. I would watch that.
Yeah,
Proper, but not like what's all the big lasses that go around smashing each other
I
and,
know.
and they fall over and everyone
I'm
runs
led
over.
to believe it's a tough
Roller
sport.
derby.
I've noticed with the roller derby, all the
But-
managers are men.
Yeah, but in Dundee, it's yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
yeah.
So moving on.
Because they all tune in with their blobs.
Oh,
So if you get the team in a bad day,
you're dead.
you're fucking.
So we're going to move on because
You can
we're going to
actually
go
get
back to
yourself job
gladiators.
as the ball in a roller derby game. Men pay for it
Oh,
and they just get themselves all.
and I'm just going to paint myself silver and just roll into a ball.
Catch me! And they just come after you,
Oh, that sounds terrible.
doesn't it?
So we're going to revisit Gladiators because I think I'll try and watch it. On
We'll
Saturday.
watch it 100%.
Because I want to see the Dundee girl going, that fucking wee cunt, gonna bang her puss.
I think it's all been pre-recorded, mate.
Oh, they'll probably take that
So,
out.
Yeah, they'll take it.
She'll be the only one with subtitles. I could
Yeah.
see it. A secondary school.
We'll maybe get her on to interview her.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah,
I'm a bit scared, but
aye,
yeah, but I think
Over the
I
phone.
think her gym's called Sweaty Box.
that's wonderful.
A secondary school handed out a leaflet to help kids calm down.
Oh,
You know, a bit more progressive.
leaflet.
A leaflet. I will read out the advice, and you tell me the one that seems out of place.
okay,
Now, this is not a joke. This is absolutely real. You can get the article online.
okay.
Have a bath or a shower. That's good advice.
How's
Water.
it- what? At
Not at school. No, this is just at home.
Oh,
And
to calm down in general. Okay.
in general,
Aye.
if you do that, you get the
yeah.
is it the
Yeah.
vagus nerve.
Yeah.
So that calms you down.
Okay.
Stay in bed. Just give yourself an
That's a
extra
bit
5
lazy,
minutes.
but yeah, okay.
This one says have chocolate or whatever.
A little square of
A
chocolate.
little square of chocolate. Right, that's fine. This one I'm not too sure about. Buy something special. I don't think that should be encouraged. If you're feeling down to buy something.
Is this sponsored by the
No, this was the school that designed this
buy
themselves.
something special? But say you're all depressed 'cause you've no got any money.
I know, that's why I
Okay,
don't
okay.
like that. Massage your hands. That's another good one.
Massage
Actually, massage your hands. Just rub them. It does it. Have a cup of tea. The
Is that
ritual.
code for a wank?
No, a
Massage
cup
your
of,
hands.
no, that's
Because when
not-
you
that's
wank, you not.
not.
are kind of massaging your
And you are
hands with your
tired
cock.
after it.
Yeah.
But no, you don't do that. Have a cup of tea, and the cup of tea is actually the ritual of doing it. It takes you away from your thoughts.
Yeah.
This one I wasn't too sure about. Sit and gently rock.
That's what
Is-
mad people do.
That's what it says. And the last one, have a cigarette.
What?
Have a cigarette. This is real. You go and check it online, and it's advice that a school handed out in a leaflet.
Where?
And they've apologised to the parents. I don't know where it was. I didn't read into it. But it was have a cigarette.
Well,
But
my
the secondary school, it wasn't primary.
Cape Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cape Ross likes a menthol cigarette. To the degree menthol cigarettes are now banned. So he gets these special menthol cigarettes. It's like Salt and Shake for cigarettes. It comes in a little sachet. You open in the cigarette to slightly flavour them.
Oh my
Mental.
God,
Okay.
he needs to give up.
But he needs to give up.
That's terrible.
But he has a fag every time he has a drink. And he drinks maybe 50, 60 drinks a
day.
you know.
Yeah.
But he's always smoked and he doesn't have a cough. He says all the kids at his school have hacking coughs. All the time.
Vaping.
All of them. And it says because they vape.
Yeah.
And he says when he smokes, he'll have a fag in the morning, lunchtime, and later on during the day. Or if he's out, he'll smoke.
Okay.
He says the kids vape constantly.
Non-stop. And
So
what-
when they're in the playground, they just vape constantly.
here's what happens with the Scottish mind.
Yeah.
Scientifically, vaping is not as bad as smoking.
We'll prove that.
Therefore, it's good for you.
It's a challenge.
Therefore, vaping is healthy.
Yeah.
That's what we think.
But if you're just in this moist environment.
It's oil
You're
going
talking
into your lungs. That
Flavoured
can't be good
oil
for you.
Cannot be good, man.
It can't be good for you.
Anything. Any
Now-
flavour.
The girl I knew in the States,
Uh-huh.
all she would smoke is menthol cigarettes. I
terrible.
even remember the name of them. Newports.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Newports. Menthol.
They're quite a long fag.
Oh
as well.
my God, the smell.
I
But
remember
she was convinced this is healthy.
when the smoking, this before smoking ban, and I did smoke. The pub we were in.
Excuse me. You
There
used to
was-
smoke?
Oh, I smoked for a long time,
Oh my God.
and
Okay. Shocking.
there was guys in the boozer. I think they were like Turkish guys, and they were in the boozer for a good spell. Got to know them, and they left these cigarettes, and we ended up smoking them. But they were apple and cinnamon cigarettes,
Oh.
and they just tasted delicious. They
Oh
were
no.
like- you could have just given them to kids.
I can't even imagine
But-
what it is to smoke because I've never even
Oh,
tried
God,
a
you're so
cigarette.
tedious. And maybe
I've never
help you.
tried one.
But the vapes are designed purely for children.
Yes.
The flavoured. They
Just
should be
constantly
banned.
vaping.
They should be. Every time I walk about, I see those fucking plastic ones in the gutter,
Now,
everywhere.
have you seen because they've got a wee battery in them, they stay flashing.
Oh, in puddles.
And they're everywhere
Yeah,
just
yeah.
flashing.
You know what you don't see as many? Fags. Just fag ends.
No, everyone's
Outside pubs, you see them.
everyone's having a healthy
Yeah.
vape now, but thousands of them.
I don't know how much it costs. Fuck knows how
I don't
much
know.
smoking would be for 20 fags.
It's really expensive.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think the most expensive place is Australia. I think that's the most expensive
Okay.
cigarettes in the world.
But that's the good thing about Australia, skin cancer will kill you before fag cancer.
Yeah, that's why you can smoke there.
You smoke. It's a rush.
Dundee woman attacked a friend with a knife and a screwdriver
Dundee woman?
after a drugs binge.
Oh.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We could have a second gladiator. I've got a name for her. Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Oh, yeah. That's. I think she's
Yeah.
up for it now.
Was that Phillips or was it like Flathead? Let's call her Flathead.
Well, like
And give
every
her
other house in
Give her a
Dundee,
flat top.
it'll be a Phillips head butter knife, like there is in every
Yeah,
drawer
yeah,
in
yeah.
Dundee. Now,
Oh.
next one.
Oh.
Dundee Council is on the verge of bankruptcy.
Oh, Jesus
And as we heard,
Christ,
they've spent all
yeah.
their money on an app, but it's planning a tourist tax. Now, we should be grateful and personally thanking
What?
anyone that wants to come here, but they're going to tax tourists. So if you stay in a
There's
B&B,
not enough
if you
tourists.
stay, yeah,
This is so I can understand Edinburgh doing it.
we don't have the tourists.
Because Edinburgh is actually creaking under the weight.
Mhm.
The infrastructure's suffering because of the amount of folk it goes to Edinburgh.
Nobody comes to Dundee.
Nobody comes here. The infrastructure in Dundee is crumbling because they're not invested in it.
If someone's
It's not getting
coming here,
overused.
if someone's coming here, we should be grateful
Yeah.
and do what we can for a tourist and all this sort of thing, right? But now we're going to tax them to watch,
How
to
do
let
you
them
get ta-
watch
how do you
a
tax
junkie
them?
take a shit in a plant
How do
pot.
you tax?
Anywhere they use is going to have a tax on it. Anywhere they pay is what you'd consider a tourist place, like a
I
B&B, a hotel.
I-
There's going to be a tax on it.
I don't think the money that'll
Shocking.
make them's worth it.
It's literally £2.50 or
That's
something
just
added.
Stupid, yeah.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
such a stupid. It's Dundee just going, oh, Edinburgh's doing it, we'll do it.
We'll
Oh,
do it.
Very well.
What?
Very good.
Because you'll get a councillor going, hey, why is everyone going to Edinburgh when Dundee's just as good? No, it's not.
No,
No, it's not.
it's not. It's not. Dundee's got a lot going for it. Dundee's a wonderful hub
Yes.
to visit other places.
Yes.
And I'm not saying Dundee's that bad.
No,
but
but
Dundee's
you're
well
right.
situated.
We're
Base
an hour
yourself in
from
Dundee.
everywhere.
There's actually some decent eateries in Dundee, so base yourself here and go places. That's
Right.
what I would recommend.
If you're visiting Scotland, that's the best advice because in Dundee, you're an hour from Edinburgh, Glasgow,
Just in
Aberdeen. This is the place to be.
because
to
we're in the central.
branch out.
We're in the central belt.
You're not in the central
and
belt.
we can really
That sort of shit's going to get you fucking murdered.
in the central belt, just central to everything.
Isn't that shocking though? Anyway,
Yeah, but Dundee's in 300 million, no, 30 million pounds worth of debt, or 300 million. I think it's 30 million.
they're not sure because
not-
no one can get the numbers quite right.
The Olympia's reopened again.
Yeah, it's just packed with at least a dozen people. Everyone's terrified they're going to get killed in it. Just waiting for it to collapse. Final bit of news.
At least if you're in the swimming pool, the whole place catches fire.
Th-
You're relatively
that
safe.
pool is so bad,
But
the
they've-
water would catch
But
fire.
to save money, they filled the pool with petrol.
I could believe it.
Because the garage next door,
I used to work for that garage.
I can imagine.
I used to work for
Oh dear.
I was rarely down there. Was it another bit?
No, just as well.
Snow is on its way.
Saturday, is it?
Yep, and
Heavy.
they're expecting
Fuck.
4 manly inches of it.
Oh.
Now, to point out to our international listeners, I was in Kansas City and it snowed like snow I've never seen in my life. And I was just by the highway, and I watched them clear it constantly, non-stop.
Right. Oh,
You
everything
could-
will stop.
I watched the cars getting covered up to the top of the cars were poking out just a few inches. It was amazing snow. I've never experienced it like it.
I've seen some of that.
And they cleared the roads
yeah.
instantly. 2 inches in Scotland, in Dundee, everything's halted. Now, do you want to know why? Everyone has the unspoken wink. If there's 1 inch of snow, we'll have to go home. The gritters suddenly get stuck at the side of the road.
All the
Nothing can
gritters were
work.
given quirky names. Gary Gritter.
That's changed. They've changed that one.
Nobody's got snowshoes for the cars.
There was
or
a
fucking
Jimmy.
them.
There was a Jimmy snow shovel. That's changed. All the paedophile names have been altered.
It's a shame.
But
The reason, because there's no salt to put in the roads because we put it on my food.
to onward food. But honestly, Dundee
4
will
inches,
shut down.
That might shut shit down.
That will shut it down. That
Oh,
will. That
I'm
will.
working this weekend.
Everything will just be shut down.
Shut the shit down.
And it's like in the
Have you seen like the most hit snowfalls in like a region of Japan?
no.
It's got the perfect climate for it, and it's like fucking 6 times the depth of this room overnight.
That's
It's
mental.
marvelous.
It's something up Bucky and that. Just a couple of years ago, they were out with the poles looking for cars just going into there, and that's on the coast.
The sheep,
Wild.
the sheep get
Now,
buried.
I've heard older people saying, "Oh, when we were young, the snow
no, I
was
do.
bad."
There was bad snow. When I was a kid.
Jesus, have you watch old Pathy footage? They had a jet engine
There was a snow
on a train,
in 1947. There was a winter.
and they just blasted it. It was unbelievable.
1947. It was unbelievable. The amount of people
Houses
went
were
down.
covered in that. Yeah, wild.
But it's been forgotten because the war took all the oxygen. It's like after this First World War, there was the flu,
Uh-huh.
Spanish flu. That's kind of been largely forgotten.
Well,
And
that's
yeah, it's weird.
it's just gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're expecting snow, and everything will shut down.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait.
where I live, there's quite a steep bit, so you can't get out anyway.
You're trapped. Just
Right.
give- all the water in your house will freeze solid,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll just fall apart.
I
Just-
watched.
I don't think I'll see you again.
I'm
That's
right
good.
beside the police station,
I know.
and I
yeah,
watched
not accidentally.
police go out and
Uh-huh.
clear the road of snow, and they've never done that. And I thought, good for them. Do you know how they done it?
Wow.
They got boiling water
Oh no, the idiots.
and they threw it down, and it was about an inch of solid ice.
So stupid.
You couldn't even chip through it.
I've seen.
So I was stuck for 4 days. I couldn't get
I've
out.
seen the fuckers putting boiling water on their car.
I've
windows.
seen that. I was lying in bed about 6 years ago,
Mhm.
and I could hear someone
Oh.
clearing the car.
Uh-huh.
Then I heard poof like that, and I looked out, and they're standing with a kettle in shock.
That's the thickest thing.
Just
ever.
in shock. The whole thing just, and I just went, hey, because we're a taxi driver,
Have you seen that when they throw? It gets so cold you can throw boiling water in the air and it just
freezes.
Yeah,
I see a lot of them where people throw it up in the air and it comes back and lands
Boils
on them
them.
boiling.
beautiful,
Wonderful.
beautiful.
Wonderful. So I'm looking forward to. I think I will watch Gladiators. I'll get some
In the cold,
copy of
put
it.
the fire on, sit and watch Gladiator.
Oh, I'm always in the cold.
I've got my
Didn't
wee-
you worry?
I've got my Gladiator uniform.
Oh,
I bought Jets one on eBay a few years ago.
that cost you.
Soiled. I wear it for
Did
a
it?
week. Then my dad gets a shot.
Of
Then my brother
course,
gets
of
a shot.
course.
You
I
know?
could imagine that sort of family.
Turns
Late-
out she had a massive cock.
What?
Jets a massive cock.
Did she?
Yeah,
Good
massive.
for her.
Good for her.
I liked her hair.
Yeah,
It's wild.
It's like boofed it. She was a
Had to put
bonny
her
girl.
for
She
it.
seems very
Beautiful.
nice.
She seems
But
very
she
nice.
really injured her back and she's had a hell of a time over it.
No, that's not good.
Really bad.
That was falling off those
Yeah,
rings,
just
and then you see her bending half the wrong way.
Mm.
Oh, no, the wrong way. It's not good. Not when it's
no.
backwards.
No.
You hear the
no,
breaking.
no.
That's terrible. Ladies and
You'd have to
gentlemen,
give her bed baths when she's recuperating.
calm down.
Jet.
Join us on Patreon, where you can see the video version of this for just starting at $2
Can you
a month.
imagine?
Give us $5 a month because it helps with the show. It creates all this magic
This
for you.
magical. This does.
And
yeah.
now they've got news. And I know a lot of the people that listen to this, they go and check out if this is all
they've got
true.
they've got an obsession with
It's
Dundee.
all true.
It is.
It's all true. You'll get all that. they have told secondary students, pupils, to go and have a cigarette to calm the fuck down.
So we're not going to have a XL Bully sanctuary, but we can have a Chris Shadowing sanctuary, which would kind of be worse.
It would be worse. You need
More to clean
higher
up after.
fences. Jesus.
There's a YouTube video that's a guy, I think he's in Turkey, and he's rescued like 1,000 dogs.
Oh, chaos.
And they're in this big, they're
Is it
calm as
lovely?
fuck.
Oh,
But he
very
feeds them in these massive troughs. But then for the shit, he just goes round in this. It's all the whole place is like sand. It's like
nice.
pebbly, and he just goes round in this tractor and just scrapes it all up and dumps it. Tons of shit.
Oh, you seem happy with
But
that.
the
You would
dogs
enjoy
are
it.
very, very happy
I love Turkey
because
when,
dogs love other dogs.
like cats and that in Turkey, they open the restaurant at night and they'll go
'Cause
in, have a wee
ca-
sleep.
Cats have a
Oh, it's lovely.
wonderful.
It's lovely. I
You
like
see the
that.
cat? It's just like that in Turkey.
Oh, it died.
It died. Yeah.
And then they put a wee statue of it.
It's lovely.
A wee bronze statue. And already the bronze is all worn away with people petting it.
Wonderful.
People can be good. Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, not really, but they pretend to be. Enjoy Snowmageddon.
there might be news of the snow.
Could be.
I think it's next week it's coming. But we're
I think
preparing.
is it starting or
because
Saturday? What do you
is
mean?
it Saturday?
Oh.
Well, I bought a snow shovel that breaks
Oh
up.
fuck! You've been going about this snow.
I've got it for ages because I'm just waiting. I want to use my snow shovel.
Mine's air grade aluminium.
They're too noisy.
Nope. Don't like plastic. Don't like the plastic.
Mine's is plastic, but it's got a metal
Ah, fuck that
end
shit.
on it.
No,
Well, it's
shit.
for carrying in your
Yeah,
bag when
no,
you're
no.
snowboarding.
Mm.
My snowboard's downstairs. All right, do you want to shot my snowboard?
No,
We'll go up the park.
and not even look at it. No thanks.
I'll put you.
No,
What size of feet you got?
no, I'm not. I'm not taking.
They're
part.
about a 10.
I'm not
I'm gonna-
taking part.
I'll film you on the snowboard.
No.
We've still got to put you in the VR.
No, it's not happening.
That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, I sounded slurred there. That was terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time,
Been holding off on a cough.
Laters.
Wait, I'll get all my coughing done when this is finished.
do your bit.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta.